How would you describe your dad? Can you say something about Daddy?
So he's nice to me always. Sometimes he's mad at me, but he still loves me.
My dad, I describe him as goofy and like funny, bad at dancing, sort of.
Grumpy and funny.
I would describe him as a very good-looking man and very, very kind.
Very firm, very strict. My dad's love language is very different from the rest of the dads in the world.
My dad is a very generous father, not just to his family, but also to his siblings, his cousins, his niece, his nephew. Very generous father to everyone.
Wow, my daddy he is police. Wow, she is very strict, and then when I do something wrong, they like I got this right, but it's okay. I learn from him. He really strict. Something is good, something is bad for me for that time. I know that right now he is good.
So my dad died when I was 3 years old, and from what I know about my father and what my family have shared about my father, he was a captain in the army. He served, and he was a medical doctor. And I think the lifelong impression that carries with me daily is his commitment to the needy, the commitment to helping poor people, and in particular when he was serving in Malawi in Africa. He was the first doctor to set up a community hospital, and I think that's something that's carried through me for what I do today.
My dad, I can say he's a loving dad, and at the same way he's a disciplinarian. He would like us to be always sticking to the word and keep our integrity and keep his name to be always be protected.
My dad is loving and caring, and also really look after our needs. Like he works hard to make sure that we are sent to a good school.
Yeah, my experience with my dad is not that really good, but I just really have one experience, like he's carrying me on his shoulder, and that's what I really remember, despite of, he's not really a perfect dad, but he really cares for us, for my family, especially to my mom.
My father, he is a quiet guy. He was a drunkard, but he's a good man. Mahal ko siya. Tapos mahal niya rin sa akin. Sobra.
What are you thankful to your dad for?
Holiday. Some hotels or maybe a province in Thailand or something. We go to the pool.
You go to the pool?
I'm thankful for how much he's done for my family, and how he's working hard, and how every day, when he goes to Vietnam to travel for work, he still does the effort to call us and speak with us even though he's so far away.
I'm thankful for my dad for being there and guiding us.
I'm thankful for his sacrifices that he made for our family and for his hard work.
As I said, he's very strict, and that strictness led me to where I am now, that I can live alone without them feeling worried.
Okay, I am very thankful for his life. My father is also an OFW, and he spent his life most in other country. Of course, the reason is to feed us, to give us the life that He doesn't have before. So He wants us to have an abundant life, and He's sacrificing His life and His body and His time for us to have that.
I would like to say thank Dad every time because of he is born for me, and like he teach me, and I learn more from them.
I would say, number one, the lesson he gave me in dying, because it made me a stronger and a better person. It made me live for myself in the context of following in his legacy towards serving others, and specifically serving the communities.
I'm very thankful for my dad for the lessons and for the examples that he has shown to us. That the very first thing I think that I'm thankful is the messages, the encouragement that he has given to us, that the fear of God. And secondly is keeping the integrity on whatever we say and whatever we do. It always reminds us that somebody is watching, and we always represent the image of God.
I am thankful for my dad because even though he did not graduate in a university, he was just like a high school graduate, but he worked hard and he was able to send me and my brother to a good school. Yeah, actually not just a good school, but really best school, even for my brother. Yeah. I have a sister who's actually like a special child, but then he still tries his best on how he could send my sister to at least like a vocational school.
He's a dad that is really faithful to my mom, and he really loved my mom despite of his addiction with alcohol, but his heart for my mom, it's really a different thing that really inspired me also to love my wife.
I'm thankful because the protection that my father had given me, even though, fathers before are not expressive in their love. But I just experienced the love of, not expressed by my father physically, but because of one time I was asking for to go swimming at the beach because our house is two blocks away from the beach. And I asked my mother to go swimming with same kids. That was 7 to 8 years old. I was 7 to 8 years old at the time. And then my mother said, you asked permission from your father. And then when I asked my permission, my father was doing his carpentry. And then when I said, you say, as a child, we used to do like this, diba? Can I go? And my father said no. And then I was insisting, I was already crying. And then my father said no. On the third time, my father hit my butt with his palm, with his hand. And then I ran over to the house. When I became a Christian, that's what I already known, that the love of the Father. My father protected me, because if I went there were no older people that will go with us. That when I became Christian, I realized that that's the love of my father. He did not express it, but the way he protected me from drowning or something happened to me, and that's it. And I remember the love of the Father, same as what my father did.
Nagpapasalamat ako sa kanya dahil na pinalaki nila ako.
What is the best advice he has ever given to you?
He teach me about the Bible. He's asleep now.
Maybe don't be shy to the teachers when you're trying to ask a question. Yeah.
Not really best advice, but like calm down on eating junk food, or else I'll have the same liver as him.
The best advice that he has given me is to not be scared to fail, because failure is part of the process and growing.
I'll say it in Tagalog because there's more conviction in this Tagalog. Pag nagluluto ka, wag mong iiwan.
Actually, my dad is he is a police. Right? He like sometimes strict, sometimes like I do something wrong. She is angry. You do like that. He's yeah. If he is like come down, is a talk like softly. Like it's good. My family is really love him also. Yeah. Thank God. Yeah. For my dad. Thank you.
You want to say something to your dad?
Yeah, of course. My dad is the best for me. He's the one I learn a lot from him. And sometimes I do something wrong. Right now, I have the Jesus. I will go back and I can hug him and cry with him always. He's very good at that.
So obviously, when he passed when I was 3, I wouldn't say I could quote a phrase or quote a conversation with him, but I would say follow your passion.
Keep your word. That's the best advice as you give. So because that always comes back to us that integrity is the most important character that we can say in us, in our lives, and it always represents God, because God has never changed. Integrity is basically, it is being who you are, and you don't have something to hide, and what is inside you will be reflected outside of you.
2 things. First, when we are in the fiesta, he's always like telling me, "Oh, you eat a lot because tomorrow there's a pay. Now it's free." And then second is like, don't really focus on money. Money is like a paper. So it's always like value relationship. That's one thing that he's always telling me.
The best advice that he has given to me was when I got married. And then yung in-laws, my future in-laws will visit us and then ask for my hand or something. But the best advice that he gave to me is, I could not remember, is submit. Wives, submit to your husband because I know you're a dominant woman. Yeah.
I think, as for me, we have to obey. Every time they say something, we have to obey them. Being obedient, I think that's the thing. That's the word that I get from my father. Being obedient, so that we will not suffer the consequence. See, because of what I did, I was slapped because I did not obey. He said already no, because when when fathers say no, obey.
Yung sabi niya sa akin, magpakabait, mabuti, gano'n. Tapos yung mga magulang mo, huwag mo sasagutin pag nagalit sila.
Happy Father's Day, I love you.
Happy Father's Day, I love you.
Daddy po, I love you. Don't stress yourself out with work, and thank you for providing for me, mommy, and ate.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. I miss you. I will see you soon.
Tatay, we don't spend a lot of birthday, Father's Day, Christmas, and New Year together, but you know how much we love you, and we value your life and your sacrifices. Thank you for everything. I love you.
I think the thing that if he will be here, I think the only regret I had is I was not able to spend more time on his latter years. So I was able to give my appreciation, the thank you that I was supposed to give. So the advice I would say, most probably for young people today, don't wait for the time that you don't have your parents anymore, especially your dad, that you can be always thankful and appreciate. They don't ask for financial things. What they're asking for is the time.
Yeah, of course. My dad is the best for me. He's the one I learn a lot from him. And sometimes I do something wrong. Right now, I have the Jesus. I will go back and I can hug him and cry with him always. He's very good.
I want to say to my dad, really thank you for all your hard work. I really appreciate you. You know how much I really love you. Although we have lots of indifferences, but I still understand, and thank you, and I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.